Can you believe it's been 23 years since a reality show about the modeling industry became a global phenomenon?
Okay, now I feel old.
Yeah.
Because I grew up watching this. America's Next Top Model promised contestants a modeling contract, a fashion magazine spread, and the chance to become the next big supermodel. Do you remember this in the opening? I remember the whole line.
All of it.
But to get there, they were pushed to the extremes, all to answer the iconic question, you want to be on top?
Yeah, from bullying to body shaming to accusations of racism. A new documentary will examine the impact those moments had both on contestants and you at home.
And we'll hear from some of the contestants in the documentary, as well as the judges and host Tyra Banks, as they reflect on the show's complicated history.
It was very, very intense. But you guys were demanding it, and so we kept pushing more. Why are we filming this? And more and more.
Yeah, I remember so much of this. Dr. Katie Stewart is here to help us unpack the impact of America's Next Top Model may have had on all of us. You know, I will agree with one thing. I watched the whole trailer for this.
Yes.
And Tyra said, you all were asking for more.
More and more.
Actually, she said we were demanding it.
Yeah.
And I think
true.
even though we weren't quite in the thralls of social media the way that we are now, I do think that we were kind of demanding it.
I was the drama of it all.
I was chomping, waiting for that next season to come out.
Yeah,
you know?
I think so. I mean, I am embarrassed to admit, one, my age when I started watching it, 25, and how much I loved it.
Loved it.
I really enjoyed at least the first 4 to 5, they called them cycles, right? Not seasons. But I tapped out, I think, when it started becoming so dramatic and all about Tyra yelling at the girls and just doing these kind of crazy things. But I was 25 when I started watching
it. You were a little older.
Yeah.
I was mature.
A little bit. Well, and not fully, but yes. I mean, I think that that's the big question is that, you know, we were younger.
Yes.
Reality TV really came out when we were also seeing, like, the stick figure models on the cover of magazines.
Yes.
So this is just one of the many things that had this lasting impact on us.
You're exactly right, because this is a cultural product, right? And we cannot separate the cultural product from the culture that made it. And all of this put together, I think, really, really, really negatively impact particularly young girls. Like, I would say the young women now who were maybe middle school age when this came out. I actually put this on social media that we were going to be talking about it and asked people to tell me if they wanted, how they felt about it. Jet fuel for my body dysmorphia.
Absolutely. I remember thinking, like, I am not a size 0. I'm not a size 2. Probably will never be, but that's what was thrown in front of us.
That's what was thrown in front of us. And we saw so much body shaming. And so I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, we know there's vicarious trauma. What about this? There are actually fMRI studies now, not at that time, showing that just observing body shaming impacts girls in the same way as it happening to them. It stimulates the same regions in the brain. So it doesn't matter if it's to you or you're watching it happen. And actually, when I think about this, I mean, we can't compare, right, how the women on the show were affected to how people just watching it were.
Right.
But I think it can be even more difficult to kind of externalize something when it's not happening to you. And it's just playing in the background. And then
it's almost like you absorb it in a different way.
You absorb it in a different way that makes it harder to pinpoint. And it just becomes all of this negative self-talk, particularly about our bodies. And we're normalizing speaking or maybe yelling at women in these terrible ways.
About how they look and present themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember it was somewhat of a psychological warfare for the contestants because they were put into these very awkward positions, these challenges that really made them face things that they were very insecure about, like their greatest weaknesses.
Yes. I was actually very upset when I read about this, that they supposedly did, they said they were psychological evaluations. I don't know if they actually were. I don't know who did the interviews, but they then used that in photo shoots. And the things that these girls were most afraid of, they had to face. Now, as a psychologist, do I think you need to face your fears? Absolutely. But it needs to happen in a trauma-informed way, not a manipulative way to get ratings.
Okay, so I want to get your take on this. So Adrienne Curry, the winner of the first cycle, said, quote, I think people psychoanalyzing it over 20 years later with a woke lens is absurd, end quote. And I'm not sure how you feel about that. I mean, I do think that, you know, we can take things a little bit with this is a cultural thing that was happening at that time. We have changed as a civilization, which is good. We should grow. We should be better than we were 20 years ago. But what do you think about this idea that she is saying this?
I think she's right and wrong. And, you know, just like we said, we can't separate it from the culture.
Right.
So maybe, and what really ages well over 20 years?
No, nothing.
However, we now have a different understanding of how people are affected. So we should go back and look at things, right? So that we know what kind of things might be needed, like Girls Inc. that we talked about earlier today, right? So we know how to look at this so that we can be more critical of it and more thoughtful as we create new cultural products moving into the future.
I gotta tell you, no matter what, I want to watch it.
I
want to watch it.
But like you said, when watching the trailer hindsight, I was like, what did we take in back then?
Yeah.
Gosh.
That's why we're all in therapy.
Yes, we are.
Thank you so much.
And providing it. Here we go. All right, if you're interested in booking a session with Dr. Katie Stewart, we'll have that information for you on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.
Still to come on the show, KDKA reporter and anchor Barry Fintar is standing by in the newsroom with the stories you don't want to miss tonight on the KDKA Evening News.